What makes a house a home? Once again, we've asked the people of Scotland to enter their homes for Scotland's Home of the Year. Now, our judges are considering the top 3 from each region, choosing one to go through to our national final. Scoring them on functionality, distinctiveness and clever design are celebrated Glasgow-based interior designer Anna Campbell-Jones. She's been helping people design their homes for nearly 30 years.
We're looking for great design, but also that special ingredient, love.
World-recognised lifestyle blogger Kate Spears. She has over 1 million online followers.
We're looking for somewhere that is architecturally brilliant, beautifully designed, and has a sense of livability about it.
And architect and university teacher Michael Angus. He steers the next generation of design talent.
What I hope to find in a home is a place of magic, a place of wonder, a little bit of paradise on earth.
In the end, only one house will be Scotland's Home of the Year. This time, our judges are visiting the shortlist from Glasgow and the Clyde Valley. And they're starting with a renovation in East Renfrewshire. Arantxa and her family have completely remodelled this 1930s period home to include a chic extension to the rear, bespoke fixtures and fittings, and a Mediterranean colour palette throughout.
So we wanted to keep the traditional features, but also make it work for a modern family. The architect's brief was to link the house to the garden. That was very important for us as a family, just to let the children out and see them and the views. I was born and bred in Barcelona. There's a bit of Barcelona in almost every room. I can't live in Barcelona, but if I can bring a bit of Barcelona to Glasgow, then I'm happy.
The original house is nearly 90 years old and has now been modified to create a bright, modern home with views to nearby Glasgow. Over its 3 floors, there are 5 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, complementing the various different living spaces, including a garden room and large dining kitchen.
So this is my favorite part of the house. This is exactly where the old building finishes and where the new starts. It's a great place for looking at the views, and also it's a great spot to see everything happening.
The judges must now assess the home armed with only the basic facts about the property and its owners.
1930s detached suburban home.
I love all the little brick details.
That's really pretty, isn't it? And it looks huge, but I actually think it might be even bigger inside.
Looks like a giant TARDIS.
Yeah, definitely.
Shall we find out?
Let's. I spy parquet.
Wow.
Oh, goodness. And I love this, looking up into this. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Extra light.
But the panelling's painted. You kind of really notice that it's quite green when you see it against the grey spindles and the mustard-coloured handrail on the stair. And you've got the same mustard picked up in this funny little recess. Maybe you go in here to get down to the planet. It's another kind of
You've fit in there perfectly.
Doctor Who reference, isn't it?
Really
I've seen these used as like hooks, so I guess it is a little bit extra
yeah.
storage, yeah.
You should, are really bonkers in here.
You should actually sort of start shimmering and disappear.
Yeah.
You do that thing.
Do you want me to disappear?
No, that's not bad. Oh, hi, you're back.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
The furniture has been really well picked out and for the colour scheme, hasn't it? I'm noticing even like the little mustard details on top.
Yeah, it's definitely got that upcycled feel.
It's something we almost forget in contemporary houses, to create a space that you come into before you decide where you're going to go next.
So you're saying we need to decide which way to go?
Which way to go? Yeah, choice or dilemma.
Well, I see some open shelving, so I'll be heading that way.
We've got to let Spears at the shelving.
Let's get to the shelving, shall we?
Oh, it looks like I could shut you in here with the shelving. But that is really handy, isn't it, to be able to close that space off from this more family area. We've got quite sort of sensible, straight sofas in there, and then here we've got this big, blobby, kind of playful sofa. It's like the shapes of the furniture are telling us a little bit about how to behave in the different rooms.
Yeah.
Look at the view. I mean, you're getting a totally different set of volumes here, from fairly normal domestic into the suddenly expansive, both dimensions, high and wide, but particularly the height.
I love this window seat that they've pushed through the presumably existing exterior wall.
I love the way that they've put all the kids' stuff down the bottom. It's not too like overly styled.
Oh, look, I can read about Harry Potter and have a look. I wonder if I can see the university from here.
Well, this is a favourite spot. You can see sort of everywhere. I know this was added on, they designed this, but having kids, I can imagine them be up and down the stairs, they'd be in there playing, and this is a good spot to sort of, you know, get your tasks done, but watch over.
I mean, I completely get what you're saying. I mean, you're standing at the point where you're like, proudest point in the house. I can see, I built all this onto the back of my home. I can see into the bit that I used to have. I created my home, I created my children. I've got them all in one.
World domination next, then.
All that for a favourite spot.
Ooh, lovely coal and sun trees wallpaper in here.
There's a lot happening.
It's a very dreamy bedroom, isn't it? With the metallic wallpaper. I love all those cushions on the bed.
I know, it is a very plush bed. Do you think you would have had wallpaper around the whole? I mean, I know a lot of it is wardrobes. Would you have kept it as a sort of feature wall?
I would have done the wardrobes.
A true forest.
Yeah. I'm really not a fan of a feature wall.
Oh, yeah.
I've been over them for quite a while.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to have something fabulous like this wallpaper, then you want to see it whichever direction you're facing.
I've noticed in this house, they've used a sort of almost a period type radiator, and they've used it throughout.
Yeah.
I mean, these are new, but they've taken the time to actually get a detail like that correct. And I think that's a really great thing to do.
Yeah.
The 30s feel.
Yeah. You notice how if you move as you move through the room, the pears that are hanging from the trees, they will sort of disappear, or the trees disappear.
Disappear.
Disappear. Well, that's good.
The home will now be marked out of 10 with functionality, distinctiveness and clever design in mind. 1 score will be held back until the judges have seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
The stuff that the homeowner has done in the original bit of the house is just spectacular. Really, really, really love the black and white striped stair runner with the edge, which is exactly the same colour as the handrail. To me, that sort of encapsulates the attention to detail and the love of colour that this homeowner has. I'm going to give this home a 10.
I particularly like the approach to the outside of the extension. It's always tricky when you try to join together one bit of building to another bit of building, and I think they've done that very well. And equally, just to exploit the most magnificent view behind us, which is just gobsmacking, frankly. If I would change anything, I just wouldn't decorate it this way. I think I would try and find that 30s spirit and allow that to pervade throughout the interior of the building. I'm going to give this home an 8.
I think they've done the open shelving really well in that it definitely feels like a family home when you're in here. There's lots of colour, although it is very styled and things do seem like quite luxe and expensive. There's obviously a very relaxed vibe in these rooms as well. Sometimes it did seem like the spaces were a little bit overdone, but I think that's the beauty of having a sort of passion project like this. You do put your heart and soul into it.
The next house to face the judges' evaluation is an architectural new build on the outskirts of Glasgow. Kenny and his wife Ronnie bought Traeger House for them and their 4 children. This home is packed with design features, from a fireplace partition wall to a cantilevered bedroom with a private sitting room.
We were just looking for somewhere modern, somewhere new, somewhere a bit different that had some fantastic features, and this was ticking all the boxes. It's just stunning. You know, every morning waking up to just that view is just fantastic. All weathers, the doors get opened and you literally walk out just to see what the day is holding for you.
It's fantastic just to watch the golfers hit some shots. Gives me a bit of encouragement as regards my golf.
You know, it's a modern house to live in, but it's just comfortable. Everybody feels at home that comes into it. They don't feel awkward. They just make themselves at home, and for me, that's all I could ask for.
As well as the master suite, this home has 4 further bedrooms downstairs, each with doors to the garden. There's also a gym and a cinema room, in addition to the main living space, which has a generous terrace overlooking the golf course.
So this is our favourite spot in the home, and that's because this is where we spend most of our time as a family. It's the heart of the home. We eat here and we play here, and we just love it.
Ooh, that's a little bit different, isn't it? It's like a big windowless diagram of a house.
Yeah, something's missing.
It's definitely a homeowner, I think, that enjoys their privacy.
And there's this busy road behind us, so it's sort of protecting itself from that noise and smell.
Protecting itself from everything. Although it is a very, very well-made building, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's actually really difficult to make something look that neat with so few materials. I'm sort of drawn towards the light.
Oh, finally we see a window.
That's amazing. You can watch people playing golf all day.
Golf's pretty relaxing as well.
I like this frameless glass balustrade detail behind the full-height sliding doors.
It's very sharp, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sharp. Going to explore this very...
You're not mucking about, are you?
No.
I'm enjoying this the sort of mild steel handrail detail with the sort of welds showing. Oh, I didn't know what I thought was going to be up here.
Yeah, it wasn't this.
Bedroom, though, didn't you?
Did you have a clue?
Well, no, actually, I didn't. But I have seen buildings that have been done like this.
So this may not be the main living area, but we were pulled in this direction. You know, we kind of followed down the hallway. It seemed like a natural path to move to what we thought would be a living room.
And maybe it's okay to make your suite like the most special thing.
Definitely.
And that's the thing that you're drawn
Can't
to
argue
first.
with that.
Yeah.
It seems very industrial, doesn't it?
It's beautifully detailed. Look at it.
Oh, I love the concrete floor.
A big space.
With a through-and-through fireplace, so you can enjoy it from both sides.
I love that. It's very LA.
I mean, I absolutely love it, but I'm not quite sure why that is the specific spot, unless it's just to be able to sit.
You'll have to try it out.
try it out,
Give it a go.
I think I'll just carry this around with me, actually, in the whole house.
You're just going to put it down on every single
Anywhere.
surface.
Yeah.
So, what's your analysis?
I mean, you could have imagined it would have been in the cantilever, because you could have, you know, pictured that's the most potentially dramatic space, and it's a beautiful view, but I do wonder if it's just because it's the heart of the home around the dining table.
And having a large family, I can imagine this is a space you can kind of chat to everyone at one time. There could be, you know, cooking going on, eating.
And isn't it always just so lovely, like, when the dining and the kitchen just blend together seamlessly?
You fickle thing.
Why, thank you, yeah.
So, it's only because it's all like really super architectural, fancy pants, minimalist detailing. Suddenly, you're forgiving it, your personal bête noire.
Yeah, you play by your own rules, Michael.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was that then.
Fair enough.
Very great.
Sweet there.
I love this. I just love it. I mean, I noticed when we came through the door, there aren't even door frames. Do you know, it's that level of detail. And to be able to just get that so precise, I think it's absolutely wonderful. And it's the same in here.
There is something quite austere about the detailing, but it's not particularly comfy feeling.
No, it's not. I don't think it's meant to be.
And this is a kid's room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm glad I'm not your child.
That's the thing. If you downplay the room and you strip the room back, then what you're maximising is what's through the window. So the colour and the drama is actually not in the room, it's what you're looking at.
I was slightly concerned when we walked up and I couldn't see a single window, but I was glad when we walked in and they had actually made natural light quite a big priority. It was a well-lit space. I just felt like the home needed a little bit more soft touches. It just felt a little bit unfinished in some respects. I'm going to give this home an 8.
One of the things I like is the way that each level connects with the outside in a slightly different way. And it's wonderful to have every bedroom on the lower level with direct access to the garden. However, I think this house has taken minimalist detailing, almost as far as it can go, but maybe at the expense of a kind of human touch. I'm going to give this home an 8.
It'll be forever a piece of my heart will be in this house. There's a beautiful little detail on the stairwell. If you look at the tread and the riser at the corner, there's a little diagonal meeting point that's been thought about, and it repeats on every single tread. If you're paying that amount of attention to that detail, you can assume that that's going to persist throughout the whole building.
The final contender is in Glasgow's West End. This ground floor apartment in a Victorian conversion was built in the 1850s by celebrated Scottish architect Charles Wilson. Over 2 years, interior designer Hugh has restored this home to its former glory.
To say the flat was broken is an understatement. I literally had to go right back to the beginning, like with new sort of like water pipes, central heating. The electrics were completely shot. It was really dangerous. Every day just uncovered another secret, some brilliant ones, some not so brilliant, like so there's bits of rot in the windows. But also, when I was taking off wallpaper, I discovered the beautiful friezes. I actually found the original colour schemes, so I decided to work with those colours. I really felt this had to be the way it is today.
This period apartment has 2 bedrooms. The master is adorned with wood panelling, an elaborate glass ceiling and a 4-poster bed. The home also has 2 bathrooms, a rotunda and a large sitting room with hand-gilded cornicing.
This is my favourite spot because you have the natural light from above. Whether it's raining, you get the lovely sound when the water hits the roof. And when you get the sunshine, it's a very calm room and I love being here.
It has always been my dream to see inside one of these.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like the big posh houses built in the West End.
Yeah, and the west because
Because of the prevailing wind.
because it would blow all the muggy smoke over the poor people.
That's right.
And the rich people can live this direction.
It's really quite an incredible location. And then we've got nice planting on the front here and also, Kate, some houseplants inside.
Do love a bit of greenery, and I'm seeing a lot of gold as well, so I think it's going to be quite, I don't know.
Opulent.
Opulent, that's a good word, yeah.
A twiddly one.
Have a look.
Check it out.
Check out. Oh, look at that.
So much to take in. Oh my goodness.
We're in a kind of Venetian palazzo.
Well, that was the period, wasn't it? I mean, that was the architect again, going on the grand tour and bringing back bits of classical Greece and Italy and just replicating them in Glasgow. I mean, this is a different way of living.
Look at all the gold as well, it's all been gilded.
I haven't been in one of these that's been retained and kept in the original decor. So it's quite gobsmacking.
I know, I'm ready to see the rest of it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That was a collective gasp there.
It's absolutely amazing. Sorry, I actually slightly struck dumb.
I don't know what's hitting me more, I'll be honest. I mean, there's all the things in the room, just the room itself. I mean, look at it. All the gold, look at that.
It's amazing. I'm a little bit overcome.
Yeah.
actually.
I feel like you're welling up a bit.
I actually genuinely am. It's just so beautiful.
I love that it's not even a question about whether it's too much or, you know, if it's just overdone. It has to be like this.
It's so impressive, the level of effort that has gone into creating this space, and then actually starting to look and see, you know, initially you can see the kind of Stubbs-esque paintings and the traditional furniture, and then the more you look, you see that there are little twists. The intense colours of the upholstery, which actually are in keeping with the period, but also feel kind of contemporary.
I agree. And I love this idea that the homeowner is kind of the caretaker of the home, is kind of just taking it upon himself to like restore it and like hand-gild it. It's just incredible that someone would, I don't know, just feel that passionate about such a period property.
But it is interesting, you know, this is architecture pre-modernism. It's curious if we brought a modern architect in here and thought, whoa.
Well, if it's making me cry, I tremble to think what it would do to a modernist.
I think anyone can appreciate the beauty in here.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, well, I thought I had my favourite spot in the drawing room, but here it is. Who would have thought this would be here?
This is the perfect place for all this greenery. I can't even imagine what you'd do with it otherwise. It just feels like it was meant to be.
Meant to have this stuff
Meant to have it, yep.
The thing is, like, today, people, when they want a home, they say, oh, I'll have a dining room, you know, and I'll have a living room and a few bedrooms. I don't know what people asked for when they were buildings. Can I have, like, a dreamy little green space with a glass roof? And I don't know really what I would call it.
I mean, look at the stained glass and the carved leaves on these kind of wooden mullions. I mean, it's just, there's not a single bit that hasn't got decoration on.
Even down to the mosaic on the floor.
I was just looking at those.
Every single bit.
Well, look, Kate, you're standing in a little perfect pool of coloured light from the stained glass.
You're shimmering.
I am shivering here.
That's so lovely.
Yeah, I can see why it's a favourite spot, just to retreat here. Like, it's beautiful in the sunshine, you know, the light is coming in, but I can imagine it equally is perfect when it's raining and you're sitting with a book. It just feels so, like, fresh, I guess.
I'm quite glad this is a favourite spot because, you know, if this wasn't the most beautiful place in the house and there was something even more beautiful, I think Anna would just dissolve.
Bring me the smelling salts.
Look at that.
It's lovely. This is a guy's room, isn't it?
This is man's room. Just bringing the light in from above, but...
Yeah, and the four-poster bed. And I guess the curtains are used because there's no way to cover up the light. You have to pull the curtains around the bed.
Hang curtains up there.
They've done something really clever here as well, because the wallpaper above, I mean, it's got that kind of botanical theme, but it's picking up on that lovely sunny yellow that's in the original stained glass.
My eye is drawn to the one thing that is not ornate in this room.
The mirrored wardrobes.
Mirrored wardrobes. I mean, you need to put your clothes somewhere, but you almost feel as if there should be a separate room for the clothes, don't you?
Yeah. The textures in here are incredible, right down from to the rug, and then there's this mustard throw on the bed, and even the curtains are so luxurious.
For the number of things that are in the room, the colour palette is actually still quite simple. I mean, you remember it as the kind of the golden dark brown room, that's it.
Sorry, I'm just having a little moment. You're doing a colour palette check?
I am, yes, I am.
Wow.
The entryway was spectacular. Even just walking in there, we knew it was going to be so impressive. The mosaic tiles, right down to the gilded cornicing, was just beautiful. I think the atrium was definitely my favourite spot, and I always love when my favourite spot is the exact same as the homeowner's favourite spot. It had this beautiful jungle, sort of leafy, relaxed vibe to it. I can imagine sitting here would just be so calming, such a relaxing, truly tranquil space. I'm going to give this home a 10.
If you're going to do decor in a building like this, you either strip it all back or you embellish. And I think you could say this has been an exercise in total embellishment. You get the sense that there's someone here is caring for this building, and that's always a lovely thing to discover. I am going to give this home a 10.
I'm still feeling a little shaky, actually. Yes, really overcome emotionally by just how beautiful this home is. You can see the kind of care and love that has gone into restoring the ornate details, but also in the way that they've furnished the home. I just feel incredibly welcome here.
Now that the judges have visited all 3 homes, they can see how they compare against each other. First, Kate is revealing her score for the renovation in East Renfrewshire.
Let's start with the East Ren renovation. Lovely 1930s detached home. I gave it a 10.
Really?
And Michael gave it an 8.
It was drenched in colour, it was so full of life and character, and it just seemed like a lovely family home. So I gave this home a 9.
Okay, so that gives the East Ren renovation 27.
Next, Michael is disclosing his score for the cantilevered family home on the outskirts of Glasgow.
Kate gave it an 8.
I did.
I gave it an 8.
You're not
I
gonna be,
wonder
you're
what
not
you
gonna
gave
be,
it,
honestly,
Michael.
you're not going to be surprised. I loved it. I just loved it. It appealed to the modernist in me, but it also, I enjoyed the fact that it was making reference to traditional houses, even though it didn't have windows. So I gave this home 10.
So that gives a total of 26.
Oh, 26.
Sorry, Michael.
Sorry about that, Michael.
And finally, Anna is telling us her score for the Victorian apartment in the West End of Glasgow.
I was completely overwhelmed by how beautiful this home was. The attention to detail, the love and care. Guess what? I gave it a 10, which gives a total of 30.
Yeah, brilliant.
Very well deserved.
Brilliant.
Wow.
I mean, it's just a dreamy, magical place. I mean, I'll never forget it.
The Victorian Glasgow apartment has won, but who will join it and claim the title Scotland's Home of the Year? Next time,
That's a total surprise.
the judges visit Orkney and Shetland. As the search continues for Scotland's Home of the Year.